morning students, welcome to bio class. Last class we discussed about what is called reflex actions, and I explained the different examples, and we also studied reflex arc, how the reflex arc it will be takes place, what type of actions it will be takes place in the reflex arc, and these main points we discussed. And I also given the flowchart about nervous system, and we have the three nervous systems: CNS, PNS and ANS, and central nervous system is further divided into the human brain and the spinal cord, and the PNS is further divided into, actually PNS full form is peripheral nervous system. Okay, peripheral nervous system is further divided into the nerves which are arising from brain, we'll call it as a cranial nerves, and the nerves which are arise from the spinal cord are called as an spinal nerves. Okay, the last one is an autonomous nervous system. It is divided into both the sympathetic and then parasympathetic nerves. Okay, and first we'll study about the central nervous system. Okay, whereas coming to the CNS, central nervous system, the first part it will be the human brain. Okay, whereas coming to the human brain, the total weight of the human brain is 1350 grams. Okay, and we know that the human brain is the center for the human body to receive and to analyze and to interpret and to coordinate and passes the information in the form of their electrical impulses or electrical potential, and that is 0.05 electric volts. Okay, yes. So the human brain is further divided into three parts. Okay, what does the first part mean? First part we can say that's the forebrain, and the second one is midbrain, and the third one is the hindbrain. Okay, out of this the forebrain, so the total weight I said the 1350 grams. No, out of that the cerebrum weights total is, we can say the human brain total weight is 1350 grams. After that, the first one is an forebrain. This also we'll call it as. Otherwise, under the forebrain, the main part we are going to study is about the cerebrum. So the weight of the cerebrum is 950 grams. Okay, yes. So what are the other parts which will be present under the cerebrum means we have to discuss about diencephalon and hypothalamus, and these are very close to the gland that is present in the human body, that is called as a pituitary gland. A peanut size of shaped the gland is present, that is one of the endocrine gland. It is present at the ventral side of the brain, and close to this ventral side of the brain, and these two parts will be present, that are called as the diencephalon and then hypothalamus. Actually, what is this diencephalon? It is just like as the flat structure, it is attaches and close to the pituitary gland. The diencephalon main function is it controls the temperature as well as the emotions of the body. Okay, the next one is in hypothalamus. It controls all the involuntary actions of the body. Okay, yes, and the second one is the midbrain. Okay, whereas come to the name itself, it is a middle. Okay, it is present between in between these two, cerebrum and then cerebellum, or we can also call it as a hindbrain. Okay, it is the center between the fore and then the midbrain. Okay, midbrain as well as hindbrain, it controls all the involuntary actions. Involuntary actions means not in our, that means just without the swallowing, and we can say that this respiration. So all these actions it will be controlled by the midbrain as well as an hindbrain. Okay, yes. So what are called as involuntary actions are the actions which are nothing but in our control. All the respiration, heartbeat, salivation, swallowing, and all these actions it will be controlled by these two, that's called as a mid as well as an hindbrain. Okay, yes. So next one is coming to this hindbrain. Hindbrain is, we can also say it's a cerebellum. Otherwise, hindbrain has the two parts called as, one is cerebellum and brainstem. And brainstem is further divided into pons orally and then medulla oblongata. Okay, is it clear, children? The hindbrain is having the two parts called as a cerebellum and then brainstem. The brainstem has two parts called as a pons orally and then medulla oblongata. Okay, what is the main function of this pons floral means it regulates the respiration, and medulla oblongata main function it is controls the all the involuntary actions. Okay, yes. So now we will discuss one part we will discuss. Okay, the first part is cerebrum. Okay, out of the all three parts, the cerebrum is the largest part. It is the largest part, and the weight it will be already said 950 grams. And cerebrum has main function, it is a seat of intelligence as well as the thinking. Okay, about this I given already in the last class one example. If there anything is registered in your brain, and we can remember that one many years together, just we can remember that particular information because of the information is registered in the part of this the cerebrum. That's the reason it is called as an seat of intelligence and thinking. Okay, yes. So I showed this the last time. This is the structure of the brain. It just like as a soft tissue, and it is present in the hard bony skull, that is called as cranium. Okay, yes. So if you go for center part of the total brain, and we can say it is divided into two equal halves like this. Two equal halves we'll see. Okay, and this is called as, how it will be equal halves like this means the center, the line, we'll call it as cerebral cortex. What is this called? Cerebral cortex. This is the reason where the bundle of the nerve cells it will be present. Mostly axons will be faced towards this, and it will be ties or tie this particular region. So whenever you can cut this, it will be having two halves. These are called as in cerebral hemispheres. Okay, these two halves will call it as cerebral hemispheres. Okay, yes. So along not only that, inside the brain we can see the different channels will be present like this. Okay, the different channels it will present. Okay, the channels like say if you see this is brain. Okay, we can see channel 1 taste, channel 2 memory, channel 3 vision, channel 4 temperature. Like that, nearly more than 8 channels. 8 different channels will be present. You know, that's what I said. For example, eye, the vision it will be optimized or received by the nerves called as an optic nerve. So optic nerve carries this the vision image to the vision center. So what this channel will do, it receives that vision image, then it analyzes it and it interprets and it transmits, and within a fraction of a second all these things it will be takes place, and then we can able to see. Of course, we the human beings, we have the binocular vision. Your right eye see that one particular image in the form of an round shape. So left eye see that another the same image in the form of an triangular. But these two will be mergers and it forms a single image. Then that image it will be in the square. So this fraction of second, what is happening here? The optic nerve, it takes that information to the vision channel, and there the information it will be interprets and then transmits. Okay, yes. So the next part is, see, inside over the brain we can see many line-like structures we are seeing. Okay, these lines we'll call it as what we'll call as ridges and then grooves. The lines are called as ridges and grooves. So ridges are also called as an elevations. Elevations are also called as a gyri. Ridges are also called as elevations. Elevations are also called as gyri. Okay, grooves are also called as depressions, and depressions are also called as sulci. Okay, yes. So like this, what is happening means the notch gap, like the deep depressions. Depression in the sense deep, just like as a line. Deep depressions it will be present, and these depressions what they will do means, what is the main function of this? They accommodate more space for, see actually these depressions are like this, children. The depressions are like this. Okay, yes, when you stretch it, they are stretchable. When they are stretchable, what will happen? The length it will be increases. The surface area it will be increases, so that they can accommodate more space to the nerve cell. Okay, yes, that is the function of the ridges and the grooves. Not only that, and the brain also has 4 lobes. See, this is the first one. this is the first one. This is called as frontal. Next to the frontal, we can see the parietal. Next to that, occipital, and the last one is the temporal. We can say that. Okay, what is the main function of these lobes? That means whenever this cerebral hemisphere has divided into 4 lobes, and 4 lobes are given with the different names for that. The first one is what? Frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is useful for chewing of the food. Okay, and the second lobe is for parietal. Touch, pressure and temperature will be under the control of this lobe. It is called as a parietal. And the third one is the temporal lobe. Okay, the temporal lobe is useful for hearing and the smell. Okay, and the last lobe is an occipital, and it helps for the perception of the light. Let me say once again, the first one is what? Frontal, that is for the chewing, and the second one is parietal, that is for touch and the pressure, and the third one is temporal, that is for hearing and the smell, and the fourth one is an occipital, and that lobe is for the perception of the sight. Okay, so like that, the cerebrum has, as it has the largest part in the human brain, it performs many functions. It performs many functions, and the next part it will become the midbrain. Okay, what is this midbrain is doing? What is the midbrain is doing means, yes, the middle of this, the middle of the part we can say, and this one is the third one, it is a hindbrain. It is called as an cerebellum region, and the cerebellum is open to the spinal cord, and before the spinal cord we can see the medulla oblongata also. Okay, whatever it is, this midbrain, what it will do means it controls all the involuntary actions. In our body there are 2 types of actions, children. One is an involuntary actions, the actions which are not in our control. Second type of actions are voluntary actions. If I want to use my hand, just I will use. Such an actions we'll call it as voluntary. Okay, yes. So the salivation, it's not in my control. Because of the secretions of the salivary gland, automatically the salivate will be produced. Okay, heartbeat, it is not in our control. Okay, if it is in our control, we have to be in the heaven, that's it. Okay, so these actions are not in our control, and then midbrain, sometimes along with the hindbrain also we'll do that. That is the reason this part it will be called as a center between the fore and the midbrain, we can say that. So the last part it will be called as an hindbrain. Hindbrain is the first one we can say about the cerebellum. Whereas coming to the cerebellum, what is the main function of the cerebellum? Cerebellum is helpful to maintain the equilibrium of the body. Okay, what is the meaning of equilibrium? Balancing of the body, posture of our body. Okay, that is the main function. So if you want to walk on the road, you have to walk straight walk. So the straight walking, it will be under the control of the cerebellum. Equal gait, steady gait they'll say. If the cerebellum is not in proper it's not in the proper function, what will happen? Unsteady gait. Unsteady gait means imbalance. We can say the zigzag type of the walking. See, when you get a reeling sensation, how you will feel and experience that? We are not in the balanced way. So your posture of the body and the balancing of the body, not because of the legs, it is because of this cerebellum. Okay, the cerebellum maintains the posture as well as equilibrium of the body. Okay, yes. So whereas coming to the brain, next part, it is the brain stem. Brain stem has 2 parts. We'll call it as pons orally and medulla oblongata. The pons orally helps for regulating the respiration, and the medulla oblongata, it helps for then all involuntary actions, children. Okay, so that's all for all the human, how the different parts present in the the brain, how they will be helpful, how they divided with the different functions. Okay, so the next class, actually the one more heading, after this the one more heading is given, how this tissue gets protected. Okay, I said already, the brain is a soft tissue, it is protected in the bony box, is called as a skull. The skull is also called as a cranium. Okay, next one, what type of actions are taking place, how these actions are taking place in the brain. Okay, and the actions which are taking place in the brain, both involuntary actions, most of the actions we can say about the involuntary actions. Okay, yes. So whereas coming to this involuntary actions, first the nerve impulses, it will be passes to the brain. Okay, and these impulses, it will be what will happen by the brain means they receive it. They receive the information, they analyze the information, and next one, they transmit the information. They transmit the information, and the next one, they interpret. They interpret the information, and finally, I said that 0.05 electric volts of a message, it will be formed in the form of an electrical impulses, or we can also say that is an electrical potential. Okay, yes. So whenever this electrical potential, it will be passes, or just like as see the muscles, how these muscles, it will be get moved with the help of the protein. What is that protein called? It is a contractile protein. Actually, how the contractile protein help for the muscle to be moved, and they will be contract and they relax. By the contractions and the relaxations, and the muscle shows the movement. Okay, children, the next class I'll explain what are the different types of the nerves are present, how they will be divided, and what are the actions will be takes place, and we'll also study the spinal cord. That's all, children. Stay safe at home. Okay, thank you. That's good. Bye.